And welcome back, May. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and every year the National Alliance on Mental Illness holds NAMIWalks NYC to raise funds in order to continue providing mental health education, support groups, and public advocacy for those in need. I'm here to talk a little bit more about it. Christina Bradley, Manager of Support Programs at NAMI NYC, and Tanya Robinson, NAMI NYC volunteer, and welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Good to have you. So when we talk about mental illness, of course, you know, it's mental illness awareness. And when we talk about awareness, right, give me the first thing that I think that comes to mind that people should know when it comes to mental health awareness.
Yeah, I think the first thing to know is that it really is a shared experience. Mm-hmm. So 1 in 5 Americans experience a mental health condition each year. The other 4 are their family and friends. Mm-hmm. So whether it's depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, or any other diagnosis, living with a mental health condition can be very difficult. It's hard to navigate services. It's hard to know what you're dealing with sometimes. So at NAMI, we really try to help folks navigate that challenge by providing support, advocacy, and public education, not just for people living with mental illness, but also for their family members and their friends. So our services are free. They are open to anyone. They're led by peers, which is a really important piece to sort of breaking through the stigma that comes with mental health, and they're evidence-based.
And Tanya, you do a lot of volunteering, so
Yes.
talk to us about the work that you do.
Okay. So one thing I do is I'm on the NAMI helpline. So people can call in or email questions that they may have. A lot of times family members are coming out of the hospital and their loved ones don't know what to do. It's like, okay, they got diagnosed and now they need to be treated. What's the next step? And that's where NAMI comes in. We have support groups that people can attend. We also have classes such as the peer-to-peer class, which is for people who are living with a mental illness to learn, to basically give them more of a mental health awareness about their diagnosis.
And so we have a walk coming up.
We do.
Talk
our
to us.
annual walk. Mm-hmm. Yes, on Saturday, May 11th. It's our 13th walk. And it's really just about raising awareness about mental health and, of course, raising funds so that we can keep serving the New York City community. So we'll be at South Street Seaport, and anyone can join us. It's free to join. You can also fundraise for us. I know Tanya has her own fundraising effort going strong. And so you're welcome to join us, and you can find more about that at NAMIWalks.
How you fundraise? What's your fundraising effort?
Okay, so if you go to NAMIWalksNYC.org and you put my name in, Tanya, under fundraiser search, there's a box. And you put in my name, Tanya Robinson, you can donate to my fundraising efforts.
Oh, okay. So you got your own there. So link on and then drop something for you. You heard that, right? Okay. So year-round, obviously, a lot of work goes around. What are some of the things maybe that we're not paying attention to that we should pay attention to as a public?
Well, I think, again, it's important to remember that the person next to you might be someone dealing with some sort of mental health condition, and if not, they might be, a family member or a friend of someone who is. So I think it's really important to sort of remember that shared experience, and also to keep in mind that the stigma is something that we have to break through, because in order to actually help people and help each other through this, we have to let go of some of those assumptions about what mental health really is.
And for those stigmas, what are some of the more common and more prevalent stigmas that maybe we need to really be tackling and breaking down?
Yeah, so I'd love to hear Tanya's thoughts on sort of what she
Well, actually, I was just thinking,
experiences on
one
the
thing we
helpline.
have is there's Homefront, which is for the family members and caregivers of people living with a mental illness who are in the military or veterans, so that they can get help to help their loved one. I think that's a good, I believe it's a 6-week class, is it? With Homefront. And I think that's a good thing for the families of veterans.
Yeah, so I think really just breaking through stigma is about education, right? So understanding really what mental health conditions are and what it means to live with one, and that recovery is possible. It isn't linear, but it is possible, and that there are people and organizations like NAMI out there to help you through that process.
So for more people want more information about NAMI, what do they do?
you go to our website. So
There
you
you
can
go.
go to NAMINYC.org to learn more about our programs and services. And then about the walk, you can go to NAMIWalksNYC.org.
How's it feel for you being able to be a fundraiser and support NAMI in that kind of way?
I'm happy to do it. I've been with NAMI for a couple of years now, volunteering. I also use some of their services. They have a poetry workshop. That's one of our groups that they have where we write poetry, and we actually participate every year at the New York Poetry Festival in Governor's Island.
So you got a lot going on.
Yeah, we have all kinds of support groups, from poetry workshops to bipolar support, yoga. It really runs the gamut.
Well, Tanya, Christina, thank you so much for coming and
Thank you
sharing.
for having
Thank you
us.
for the great work that you guys continue to do.
Thank you.
Come back again and see us, all right?
All
Okay,
right.
thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. NAMI Walks, NYC 13th Annual 5K Walk is taking place at 9 a.m. on Saturday, May 11th at the South Street Seaport. Now, if you do want more information and you want to participate, all you have to do is go to NAMIWalks.org. And guess what? We'll be back. We've got more show. Taking a quick break. We thank Tanya and Christina, and we'll be back right after this.